AC Milan's 15-year-old forward just became the youngest player in the history of Serie A. In the world of football, few moments are as exhilarating as the debut of a young talent in one of the most prestigious leagues in the world. Today, we will dive into Francesco Camarda's highly anticipated Serie A debut. Watch until the end to know all about this young Serie A prodigy. Stick around and make sure to subscribe to the channel first. Francesco Camarda is a name that has been making waves in the football world for his remarkable skills and potential. Known for his exceptional talent at a young age, Camarda has been hailed as one of the brightest prospects in Italian football. Francesco showcased his athletic skills from the very beginning. As a child, he was interested in kickboxing, but by the age of 7, he found his passion in football. Camarda started his career with Aferesi, a football school in Milan, where he trained with the academy of the professional side AC Milan. And as one would expect, it took him less than 2 years to join the club permanently. Initially, he was deployed as a defender, but was soon put forward to play as a striker. This was indeed a good decision on Milan's part, as everyone saw Camarda owning the Milan vs Bayern Munich game. Milan was on the verge of losing, and things were looking bad, but Camarda took the matter into his own hands and went on to play for the team. He turned the game round with a victory of 3-2. During his initial years at the academy, he made his name with his prolific score. He became a prominent figure in the club when he scored 22 goals in 24 games for AC Milan's under-15 side. His strong performances led the team to the under-15 Scudetto title. Soon enough, the media got whiff of this rising star, and he gained popularity internationally for scoring 485 goals in only 89 matches for AC Milan's academy. Camarda made his UEFA Youth League debut in September 2023 and celebrated a 4-1 victory against Newcastle United. His goals made him surpass Fabrizio Caligara, becoming the youngest Italian goalscorer. He is one of the only 8 players who have made their debut in the Italian top flight before their 16th birthday. The journey to Serie A. From his early days in youth football to impressing scouts and coaches, Camarda's journey to Serie A has been nothing short of inspiring. Let's get into his progression through various levels and the key moments that led to his big break. In this season alone, Camarda scored 7 goals in 13 games at the youth level, and during his time at the academy, he reportedly scored almost 400 goals. In his time at the club, the striker has around 5 goals per game at youth level. The AC Milan manager Stefano Pioli has a firm belief in the young striker, and this was evident when he went way beyond his way to call up Camarda as part of the first team for the Serie A game. But this was not a sudden decision. Francesco was invited to train with AC Milan's first team 1 month before the game. The team was struggling with injuries, so they could use this young star's help. 2 major players of the team were already missing. One of them is Olivier Giroud, since he was suspended for 2 matches after he was sent off in their clash against Lecce, and Noah Okafor when he picked up international duty in Switzerland. This was one of the few reasons behind Pioli's decision to depend on Camarda, but the young striker made sure not to disappoint the manager. The build-up to the debut. As the debut match approached, anticipation grew among fans and analysts alike. Although it was not expected of him to be on the field, once Pioli announced a substitution, the expectations placed on this young talent grew. Everyone, including the media, fans, and his teammates, were waiting for him to turn the game around. The debut match. The big moment finally arrived. Here's a look at Francesco Camarda's performance during his debut. We break down his key actions, contributions, and how he handled the pressure of his first Serie A appearance. On the 25th of November 2023, Francesco Camarda became the youngest player ever to debut in Serie A in a home match against Fiorentina. Theo Hernandez's penalty gave AC Milan a 1-0 win, but he has been in the talks because of something else. In the middle of an injury crisis, the manager, Stefano Pioli, called him up to the first team squad for the Serie A game against Fiorentina. Because under-16 players are not allowed to be part of an Italian first team, AC Milan specifically had to request authorization from the Italian Football Federation. Fiorentina had been outstanding throughout the season, but Milan was not in a good spot in the game. There were 7 minutes left in AC Milan's Serie A clash with Fiorentina when Pioli made this substitution decision. The striker made his entry in the 83rd minute of the game. He soon broke the record previously held by Wisdom Ame, who was 15 years and 274 days old when he made his debut for Bologna in May 2021. Reactions and analyses. How did Camarda's debut measure up? Let's take a look at the reactions from coaches, football analysts and fans to assess his performance and discuss what this debut means for his future and the club. The crowd went crazy as soon as the announcer called out his name. The announcer himself was shocked as he made the announcement. He announced Luka Jovic's exit and raised his voice to welcome Camarda onto the pitch. And the entire San Siro echoed with cheers as the crowd chanted Camarda's name. His mother was seen bursting into tears in the stands. The player was seen smiling as he took in the unique feeling. After his historic debut, his teammates were seen rushing to congratulate the lad. The all-time leading goal scorer, Olivier Giroud, took to his Instagram account to congratulate his little brother. Even the manager, Stefano Pioli, came forward to appreciate the striker and said that the team needed his freshness. Camarda is young yet very mature, and the team is very happy for him. Later, speculations were raised on whether a 15-year-old should play with men beyond his age group. Mostly, people were concerned about the pressure and expectations that were about to be put on the young player.
I don't think he's ready yet to play. I mean, even him, when you watch him coming on the pitch.
Yeah, it looks like a child.
Did you see? Yeah, and he goes like.
But Camarda has been training with AC Milan ever since he began, and indeed, he was prepared for a moment like this. Future prospects. Now, what does the future hold for Francesco Camarda? Let's look at his potential trajectory, the challenges ahead, and how he might shape the future of Serie A. Soon after his debut match in Serie A, he made his second appearance at the San Siro in Frosinone. In July, he scored twice against Northern Ireland at the Under-19 Euros, and now this young player's success is not confined to Italy alone.
Camarda already became the youngest goal scorer in the U19 Euro history. He had a brace in their second group stage game. So he's leveling up all over the place. He's already obviously made his Serie A debut. Just keep it incremental, keep it moving along. And I think AC Milan's got and the Azzurri have a real one for the future.
He is now part of a few players globally who made their mark in the top flight before turning 16. Camarda is already 6 feet tall, and he might grow even taller in the coming years. This will give him the perfect figure to be up front. Considering that he still practices kickboxing, he might become physically strong as well. With his training, he might turn out to be like his inspiration, Ronaldo. Now, Camarda just turned 16 in March, and people were expecting him to sign his first professional contract with Milan right there. But the negotiations took months. Finally, in July, AC Milan announced their deal, which will run until 2027. He has been placed on the UEFA B list for the very first time, and for this season he is expected to play for Milan Futuro and occasionally be called up to the first team. Francesco Camarda's Serie A debut is just the beginning of what promises to be an exciting career. Stay tuned as we continue to follow his journey and celebrate the rising stars of football. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more content on the latest football stars and their journeys.